What's up, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Lockdown 23-1, where we discuss anything and everything about jail, prison, street life, or whatever the hell else I might bring your way. If that's what you're into, please do not forget to hit that like and subscribe button, ladies and gentlemen. So today, we're going to be talking about cellmates, what it's really like to have a cellmate, what to do in certain situations. And look, I got a couple stories to go along with this, all right? And one of them is a little violent. I know a lot of people do not approve of or think jumping someone is really respectful or, I guess, the warrior way of doing things. But check it out. Even before I went to the penitentiary, me and my homeboys were jumping people. And it ain't just hoodlums and, gang members jumping individuals. I've been to freaking frat parties and seen a bunch of college kids beating one person up. It's just, if you're rolling with your homeboys and people get to throwing fists and stomping people, you tend to get caught up in emotion and do the same thing, especially when you're younger and not thinking. But one of the stories I'm going to be bringing your way today definitely has a little bit of jumping in it, okay? So check it out. First things first, let's go into having a cellmate. Now check it out. When you first go into jail or prison, one of the first things you're going to be doing is talking or introducing yourself to your cellmate. In jail, it's a little bit different than prison, okay? Because in prison, a lot of places, you can kind of pick and choose who you're going to be housed with. And there's other ways to go about it. I'm not going to go into that. But jail, they typically throw you in there with whoever, unless you're in certain areas, maybe Cali or somewhere in the West Coast where, race is a big factor. They'll probably throw you in there. If you're white, they'll throw you in a cell with a white dude. And even over here in the East Coast, let's say you go to Norfolk City Jail, right over here in Hampton Roads, where it's blacks are dominating the whole facility, they're going to throw you in there with, let's say you're a white dude, they're going to throw you in there with a white dude more than likely, or put you on the floor where most of the white guys are, because they know if they throw you in one of the other blocks, you're going to be getting taken advantage of. And whoever coordinates this is usually, classification or some kind of correctional officer. But sometimes they just don't give a damn and they'll throw you in there with whoever they feel like throwing you in there with. If there's an open bunk, they'll throw you in there, and next thing you know, you're getting freaking robbed and all kinds of stuff because people don't give a damn about where you're housed. So when it comes to that aspect, it's you better hope and pray that classification looks out for you. You know what I mean? And then let's say you're gangbang, let's say you're a Crip or you're a Blood, they're more likely gonna put you in that section of the jail. And it could bite you in the butt, because a lot of people, when they go into when they go into jail for the first time, they don't tell them if they're associated with someone, and they might have tattoos. Let's say they're a Blood and they have blood tattoos, and they ask them if they're a Blood, and they say, no, I'm not a Blood, this, that, and third, and they'll throw you into a block that might be dominated by Crips. And just because you didn't say you were a Blood, then you're probably gonna get jumped or whatever the case is, because you weren't placed into a freaking block full of Bloods where you would have been a lot safer. You know what I mean? But most of the time, they can recognize this stuff and put you in there regardless if you tell them you're banging or not. Me personally, I'm not going to tell these intake people nothing, okay? I'm not going to tell them I'm associated with anyone, because then they'll put me in a registered database. And then if I were to commit a crime later on down the road, they could throw me into some kind of freaking RICO law or something, being associated with that group, but, it's all up to you. It's all up to you. Now, there's many types of cells, okay? Different types of cells. They have 2-man cells, 3-man cells, 1-man cell, 5-man, 10-man, okay? But usually, you're going to be housed in a cell with just 1 or 2 other people. If you go to prison, the prisons I've been in, you're going to be housed with 1 other inmate, you know what I mean? And y'all are going to be bunkies, and that's it. So whether or not you can get along with this dude, of course you're going to probably get along with him within the first month or 2, but when you're doing years, okay, when you're doing years with this fool, you're going to start realizing, man, this dude's annoying as hell. He's going to be doing things that aggravates you, or other things like I'm going to be telling you here shortly, stories, okay? And one of these stories, it's a little violent. It's a little violent, man. But like I said, when it comes to cellmates, jail and prison is totally different, all right? And today we're going to be talking about the penitentiary, because a lot of places in prison, classification or whatever that's working in that compound, they can, they know that you're going to be living with that individual for years, and sometimes you could just pick up your stuff and move cells, swap bunks with someone, or you could tell classification, hey, me and this cellmate ain't working out, man. You got to move me, or else You know, there's going to be blood all over the place tomorrow. You know what I mean? And they typically will. I've told stories where I told classification, even majors or lieutenants, I was like, look, I'm not working out with this dude. I need to get up out of here. You know what I mean? You need to put me in with someone that, you know, I'm evenly yoked with, and they have. But yeah, the first thing you're going to be doing is introducing yourself to this man. And, you know, I've had cellmates that were a lot older than me, and I knew right from the jump after doing a little bit of time that those guys I'm probably not going to be really relaxed with because they're on a different level. I was younger. And I'm a little wilder, and I'm not trying to be quiet. I'm not trying to keep everything spotless, spit shine clean. You know, I'm not worried about that. I'm not institutionalized just yet. I'm trying to freaking enjoy my bid, do tattoos. And that's another thing. You need to come up front with the person, man. I remember I used to go into cell and be like, look, bro, look. I'm a tattoo artist, man. You know, I don't know if you're going to have any problems with that. I'm just letting you know I'm a tattoo artist. Do you mind if I have people coming in here? You got to lay down the law, okay? And if he does mind, then you got to get up out of there because that's my business in prison, okay? Tattooing, that was my business. Dealing with other individuals, that's my business. They're going to be coming in and out the cell, and a lot of people, especially someone that might have life, they ain't going to stand for that shit. So you got to lay down everything up front with that cellmate before you even get into bid mode, okay? Because it's just gonna save you a lot of trouble, drama. It might even save your life. Oh my God. Ladies and gentlemen, Brittany just interrupted me. Let me see it. Jesus Christ.
I told you.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is raw footage right now. Are y'all ready? I'm looking at the screen because I'm so distraught instead of the lens. Oh my God, I swear on everything I love, on my Father above, ladies and gentlemen. This is raw. This is raw. This is raw reality right here. I don't know if y'all can see it. Looks like Daddy Death is about to be Daddy number 4. God, I hope it's a son. I hope it's a son, girl. I can't believe it, man. I'm gonna be a dad again. Hey, look. This is absolutely insane. I don't even know if I can finish this video, man. How can I get back in my serious mode? Wow. Wow, wow, wow. I'm gonna have to just do a whole nother video tomorrow about this, man, but y'all witnessed it. You know, y'all witnessed it. Oh my God. Brittany, don't tell my mom and dad yet. Oh my God. Well, we're gonna need a bigger house. Let me finish this video really quick so I can go celebrate. I'm gonna tell you what, okay, let me just sum it up really quick for y'all, man. Don't trust no freaking buddy in the penitentiary or jail. Don't trust them. I don't care how close you are to them, man. Even if they're your own race, own gang, whatever the case is, do not trust them. Don't break down your information on how much money you be getting, who you're talking to, what kind of sexy ladies showing pictures of your sexy girlfriend, showing them off because they're gonna want it. They're going to want it, my friend. They'll get jealous. They'll hate you. They might even kill you. Haters and jealousy, man. Hey, tell you what, make your time very rough. Anyways, let me tell you one more story about this dude. And this happens to be about Kim Kardashian's Playboy. All right, man. I was about to go home. And I was in Greensville. And I was chilling with a lot of homeboys, man. 2 of them had life sentences. And I was chilling with this one guy who was a 5%er. Okay, 5%er. I'm going to break it down for you really quick because still to this day, I only had a rough idea of what a 5%er is. When you go to penitentiary, I know over here in the East Coast, there's a lot of individuals that are called 5%ers. And they'll sit in groups and do ciphers and stuff of knowledge or whatever. 5%er. I'm going to read exactly what it is to you. And he was my homeboy. And I used to joke him all the time. I'll tell you in a second. Hold on. 5% nation, sometimes referred to as the nation of gods and earths, or The Five Percenters is a movement founded in 1964 in the Harlem section of the borough of Manhattan, New York City. Shout out to New York. Salute to y'all. By a former member of the Nation of Islam, Clarence 13X, who was named Clarence Edward Smith at birth and who ultimately came to be known as Allah the Father. The Nation of Gods and Earths teaches that black people are the original people of the planet Earth, and therefore they are the gods of civilization. The nation teaches that supreme mathematics and supreme alphabet, a set of principles created by Allah the Father, is the key to understanding humankind's relationship to the universe. The nation does not believe in the mystery God, but instead teaches that Asiatic black man is God, and his proper name is Allah, the Arabic word for God. Arabic word for God. He used to tell me, you know, we are gods. And I used to say, well, if you're a freaking god, why don't you stop the rain so we can go out in the freaking rec yard, dog? And I had everyone laughing, man, because dude was so deep into it. But it's funny because he had a Kim Kardashian Playboy, you know? And no one really cared, you know? It's just, you know, it's funny, man. It's funny. Religion's very funny in prison. But anyway, the dude thought he was a god, and I always used to joke him because he couldn't change the weather and stuff like that. Or he's a god, but you can't freaking read my sign to play a certain card in spades. You know, you idiot. You know, I love him though, man. It's my homeboy. Anyways, he had a Kim Kardashian Playboy, and he gave it to me, man. And Kim Kardashian, I'm sorry to say, if you ever watch this, he ain't my type. I ain't get it because of you. I got it because I like to read them. Playboys have very good reading material, you know. But, you know, of course, you know, when you're in prison and seeing naked women, it just adds to the experience, you know. But I had a porn collection that made Playboy look like, you know, a playground. It was nothing compared to the freaking pure penetration shots that I had on a regular basis. So I usually got Maxim magazines and Playboys simply for the reading. And, you know, in Playboys on the front cover, I used to love doing this, there would be a hidden Playboy bunny. So we would always search and try to find the Playboy bunny on every edition. Some of them were very hard to find. But anyways, the 5%er let me borrow this freaking Playboy, and I had it. You know, I went to lunch or dinner or something. I went to chow hall and I came back to finish reading it, and it was gone. You know what I mean? It was just gone. And a lot of people knew I had it because they were in line to read it. You know, this dude would share it with his, you know, close friends in the block, and they will pass it along. Next person would be in line to read things, just like a newspaper or something. But this particular day, you know, I put it underneath my mat so I could go to chow and eat. Well, the thing came up missing. The whole magazine came up missing. I didn't know what I asked my cellmate, yo, you see anything? You see anyone coming to cell or whatever? Because it was completely gone. And I asked him, I said, bro, you didn't take it. You know, I don't think you did, but I got to ask, you know what I mean? And he's like, nah, man, what the... You know, he got all aggressive. He's like, nah, man, why would you even ask me that? You know what I mean? So I took it as a loss, man. And I told him, I said, look, man, someone got me, man. Someone took the magazine. He was heated. You know what I mean? He was pissed. But, you know, I gave him a little bit of kickback. Doubled than what the magazine cost. You know what I mean? I looked out for him because it was my fault. It was in my safekeeping, and I lost it, or someone stole it from me. So, you know, I was held responsible. But I was close to dude. I was really close to him. So I gave him a bunch of food just, you know, just to ease his mind or whatever the case was. And so about a week goes by, like a week, okay? A week goes by and this thing's just lost in the block, but I got people looking out, you know, if they happen to see it, let me know, this, that, and third. So anyway, look, I went out to the rec yard with my homeboy Q. That was the 5%, that was his name, homeboy Q. And we went out to the rec yard, he went out, and I was running late. I was rushing to put on my shoes, and by the time I got out there, the rec gate was closed, so I missed the call. But my cellmate thought that I was in the rec yard. So when I came back, all the doors were locked. And they had these sliding doors, and I tell this all the time, there was buttons that you could press. Usually they didn't open them, but if you screamed to the correctional officer, hey, open up the freaking door, let me in my cell, they would open it up. You know what I mean? So I come back from the rec yard, and I'm going into the cell, going up to the cell, and I look in the cell, and he's in there, and he's reading a magazine, and he doesn't even know that I'm seeing it. He doesn't even know that I'm there looking at him reading the Kim Kardashian Playboy. So I just shut my mouth, you know what I mean? I sit there and I walk around down to my homeboy's cell and post up over there by the window until the rec yard was over, rec call was over. Because I was waiting on Q, you know, to get back. And, man, I'm still thinking about this pregnancy test. I can't believe it, man. I'm about to be a dad again. But anyways, Q, man. Q comes back, and I'm like, yo, Q, I found the freaking magazine. You know what I mean? It was in the cell. You know, my cellmate has it, you know. And the cell door, I've been watching my cell door, and it's still closed. He's still in there. And, you know, they start letting people in from the rec yard, so all the doors started opening. And I run up to the cell, and I done told Q that I found it. So Q told his homeboys, his little 5%er, I think he had a blood cat with him too, and they all walked up to the cell with me, and I straight up confronted my cellmate. You know what I mean? I said, hey, bro, I saw you looking at the magazine. I didn't make gate break, and I saw you looking at the freaking magazine. Where is it? So dude had the nerve to lie to my face again. You know what I mean? So I start going through his stuff. I start ripping everything apart, and sure enough, there it was. The Kim Kardashian magazine underneath the mattress in the foot of his bed. As soon as Q spotted that jank, before I could even grab the magazine, all I hear is fists being thrown on dude. And of course, you know, he stole from me, lied to my face. I throw my 2 cents in and get a couple stomps and punches. And look, I'm not over here telling people to go out doing this type of stuff before, you know, it's not. But that's what we did, you know. And anyone in prison or jail that go through that kind of stuff, you better be expected to get jumped or beat the hell out of, because you don't steal, you don't lie, you don't do that. And if you're caught up in the mix, you might lose your life. Now, everyone's winding down. Everyone had their little 2 cents, put their little piece of work in. But Q, man, he was still going in. You know, he was going in, and I was like, damn, you know, Q might kill this fool. You know what I mean? Q might kill him. So I step out the cell, and I'm just standing there, you know, just looking around. Because if he does kill him, I don't want the cameras to register. I'm about to go home. I'm about to go home in a few months. You know what I mean? I don't want this kind of shit. You know what I mean? So I'm sitting outside the cell, and the rest of us are sitting outside the cell like, damn, you know, if he does happen to kill this dude, we don't want to be, you know, caught up in the mix. Like, you know, we stopped. You know what I mean? We stopped and left the cell. So long story short, homeboy got admitted into whatever. He got handcuffed. He didn't get killed or anything like that, but he was lumped up, had boot prints all over his freaking face. Took him out to medical or the whole, whatever the case was. And that's what it was, you know. And the CO that was working, I don't remember. I wouldn't say his name anyway, but I really don't remember his name. I do remember he had a gold tooth. There was a few of these COs that had gold tooths out in this Greensville area, this country area near Emporia. Look, anyone that's got, any older cat that's got like one gold tooth, he's done seen a few things. You know what I mean? He's done been in the mix a little bit. One gold tooth, he guarantees probably a dirty cat. But he was the one working, he was cool, man. And no one went to the hole. We told him exactly what happened, everything what happened. You know what I mean? Nobody went to the hole. So that's another crazy story about how a cellmate stole something from me. Well, not from me, but from my homeboy Q. And it is what it was. Everything, you know, it came back to him. But yeah, like I said, don't trust nobody in jail or prison. Make sure that you are evenly yoked with your cellmate. You know, if you're getting along with them, if you're in there for like a year and a half with dude and he's really getting on your nerves, then you might have to peel out. Write a request form classification and be honest. Say, look, if you don't separate us now and give me a new cellmate. Sometimes getting a new cellmate is good for your spirit too. It's a change of pace and, you know, it's a fresh start. So don't be scared to write that kind of request form. Don't think people are going to take it personally. You know, it's not like checking in. It's just simply, hey, if y'all aren't separated, y'all are going to end up killing each other, get at each other's throats. You know what I mean? And it is what it is. Inmates will respect that, especially if you tell them exactly what's going on, you know. But usually you ain't going to have to explain yourself. They'll just move you to a new cell, and that's that, you know. Just make sure you don't owe the guy no money or anything, because then they'll say you're running away from a debt. But yeah, do not trust anybody. Anyways, if you enjoyed this video, please do not forget to hit the like and subscribe button. Check out all the links in the description of the video. Add me up on Twitch, Twitter, Instagram. I'm so dismayed. You know, I'm discombobulated right now. I can't believe my old lady's pregnant again. 4 kids, man. But as always, I salute to every last one of you who've been supporting me since the beginning and everyone who is just now joining the lockdown compound. Stay tuned tomorrow. I guess I'll do a little bit better of a revealing of the pregnancy, man. I can't believe old Death still got it. Yeah, that's right. I can still create them janks. As long as I can create them, I'm gonna keep on pumping them out. But y'all be safe, man. Be safe out there and stay free, ladies and gentlemen. And remember, if you're on any kind of drugs, man, you got the power to quit that trash, man. Put it behind you and move forward with your life, man. I love every last one of y'all.